Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and iOS 11.3 Beta 6 has been out for a few days, so I thought we'd do a follow-up. I'll tell you how it's been for me on my iPhone 10 and 7 Plus, and check out how it's been for you in the polls that I posted on Twitter and YouTube. So first of all, I've been using it on my iPhone 10 mostly since I have my SIM card in there, and I have used it on my iPhone 7 Plus as well. And the 7 Plus, for me, it's okay, but I don't have a whole lot of apps on here. And we'll talk more about this in just a moment since a lot of you want to see an iPhone 7 Plus video. But let's talk about iPhone 10 since this is what I've been using, like I said. And this particular device has been pretty good for me. I haven't had any app crashes. I haven't had any issues like I normally don't, quite honestly. I don't seem to have too many issues consistently on here, but more so with CarPlay and things like that. That's where the bugs were for me before, and that's pretty much cleared up. Let's take a look at my battery life. I'm not sure that I plugged this in or not. Let me take a look. I don't think that I did today, but I may have set it on a wireless charger. No, I guess I didn't. So right now you'll see that I have 51% battery life, and if I scroll down, I have 5 hours and 18 minutes of usage, 11 hours and 12 minutes of standby. You'll see here's what I've been using. 36% of that was YouTube, audio, and background activity. So I was listening to it, using it, and using the phone with something else. You'll see here's all the different things using my battery. So it's being used, and I'm getting phenomenal battery life on this phone. Now, with each subsequent beta, I tend to get a little bit better battery life, it seems like, from 5 to 6. And this one seems like it's notably faster, such as opening apps, things like that. We'll go to like movies. You'll see here it just pops up quick. Now, some of that's going to be relative to your data speed on your internet coming in. Some of that's going to be relevant to what you're doing here. But I did do a survey on Twitter to see what you guys had to say as well. And a lot of you wanted me to use the iPhone 7 Plus, but so far you'll see we have 1.9K or almost 2,000 votes, and 56% said great, 10% said terrible, and 35% said okay, but still some bugs. Now, a few minutes ago, this said 9%, so it's give or take depending on what you've said. Now, previously on the previous survey, you guys said 9% terrible, so it may be worse for this particular beta for some people. Either way, if you'd like to take place in these, you'll only see these if you're subscribed to me, so be sure to subscribe. And let's take a look at what some of you said. We'll go to the bottom and see if we can find some older phones to give you an idea of how this has been. Now, this beta should be out of beta this coming week or maybe the following week when we have that new Apple event. We'll probably see iOS 11.3 released to the public at that point. But you'll see, you can see at the top what people voted and then what they said. So they're having a music bug, so a couple bugs. Okay, but still some bugs, facing some bugs on iMessage. I'd be curious to know what that is. I haven't had any issues with iMessage. iPhone 10, it's been great or fine for me. No bugs that I've noticed. 7 Plus fixed everything. Beta 5 made apps take forever to open. All perfect now, though. So that's great to hear on the 7 Plus. Let's see. 7 Plus, great. iPhone 8 Plus, great. iPhone 10, great. So smooth, 60 FPS, so fast, much better than Beta 5. Battery life is excellent. I wish I knew what phone you were using, but that's okay. That's good to hear overall. 7 Plus, very stable. 6 Plus looks great compared to other betas. iMessage is still not working. I'm curious to hear what people are having bugs with iMessage. Let's go up a little bit further. iPhone 5S, 7 Plus, 6 Plus, it's good, but a tad buggy. Everything seems stable, but there's still some stutter here and there on an iPhone 8. However, the message notifications took a hit slightly. Sometimes there is sound, sometimes not. So those are some good ones. Terrible. Battery life on 6S is terrible. Let's take a look at what people said on Twitter as well. So very good battery life on my 8 Plus, 6 hours of usage, about 50% left. It's pretty good. iPhone 7, no problems. Beta 5 and 6, battery life was well on 10, but the Messages app kept lagging. Thankfully, I haven't experienced that myself. iPhone 7 Plus, great for iPhone 8 Plus, and something I noticed, battery so great. So most of you, great overall, much better than iOS 11.2.6. iPhone 7 Plus battery lasts times 2 or times 3 longer, 2 or 3 times longer than on iOS 11.2.6. So for the most part, it seems like they're spending a lot of time nailing down all of these bugs. And one thing I wanted to hear from you is, since I use the iPhone 10 as my main device right now, I'll go back and forth between that and the 8 Plus. Is there enough of you out there, or maybe should I put a poll out there, maybe and throw my SIM card in the 7 Plus and see how it's been. This one has a pretty good battery. If you go into here and go to battery, and then we take a look at the battery health, I'm at 96% battery health, so I expect the battery to degrade a little bit. That's expected. And should I try this out as my daily driver again? Of course, I'd have to restore everything from here to here, but that's okay. I have similar storage, and I'd be willing to do that to see how it is for some of the betas. Just wondering what you think about that. Let me know in the comments below. If there's enough of you, maybe I'll do that. At this point, look for the Gold Master or the final release before the public release is out, probably on Monday or Tuesday, maybe later in the week, and then a final release. Normally, we'll see it Monday or Tuesday, then they'll release a final release at the end of the week. I'm guessing we're going to see the Gold Master this week or late this week, and then see maybe the final the following week when that new Apple event is. Let me know your thoughts, though, in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.